Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to jump into the last blending mode in our darken group, and this is called a darken color blending mode. So it's really similar to the darken blending mode in that they both don't actually blend pixels. It's either does it then decides, is this going to show up or is it not going to show up? Now for darken color, it takes all those color channels and puts them all together and then decides, is this going to show up? Is it not going to show up? So it's very similar. Let's take a look at the both of them. It's on the bottom of our list for the darken blending mode, and basically those lists, like the different groups that we have, as you get closer to the bottom, usually it's like used less and less. So I don't have that many uses for the darken color blend mode. In this case, we're going to create like a little bit of an abstract image, just replacing the sky with a darker color. So let's go ahead and open up our darker color blend mode here. Now you're going to notice there's no asterisk, meaning this is not part of our special 8. So if you reduce your opacity or your fill, it's going to look the exact same. So darker color blending mode, let's open this up. There we go. I'm going to hit F for full screen. And basically, remember, this is not a blend. It's not actually going to try to like blend these two layers together like multiply would. It's either going to be visible or it's not, based on the underlying layers being darker or not darker. Let's grab our adjustment layer. I'm going to go to solid color. Okay, and we're going to go to a nice bright red. So let's go ahead and change our layer blend mode from normal to darker color. There we go. Now, if this color is darker than the composite of all of our color channels, then it's simply just going to show up. So you can see it's not even doing like a blending job. We have like a dithered effect here. Literally, it's looking at every single pixel in our image, and it's simply showing up or not showing up. Okay, now if I double click on here and we just make our color lighter, you're going to see that it's going to show up less and less and less. So this, again, does not do any actual blending. So where this is really useful is for like more type of abstraction. So if I make my layer just a little bit darker, maybe a little bit more saturated, all right, here we can see that it's basically darker than all of the color channels in the sky, and you can see it's completely visible. So if we wanted to, let's just hit OK there. If we wanted to create an effect like this, where we just make one solid color for the sky, then darker color is a really great way to go. And there are a lot of instances when this is exactly what you want. If you were creating like a little graphic for like a movie text, you had text in the sky or something like that or whatever, there are a lot of examples when you would want to use this, but this is not going to be blending. So let's go ahead and take a look at darken versus darker color, and you can see darken looks at it on a per color channel basis, so you have a little bit more blending with the darken blending mode, but darker color literally just looks at the composite of all the color channels and makes it visible or not visible. And this is not part of the special 8, so if I go ahead and bring my opacity down to 20%, there we go, and let's make that invisible, and then bring my fill down to 20%, you're going to see that these look exactly the same. So this is what it looks like at fill 20%, and this is at opacity of 20%. Both are the exact same. Alright guys, well that's it for our darken group. So each of these layers in the group, white is going to be completely invisible and things are going to get progressively darker. So the most common blending mode in this group is going to be the multiply blending mode. If you want more saturated colors in your shadows, then color burn is the way to go. If you want less saturated colors in your shadows, then you want to use linear burn. So as far as blending is concerned, we have our multiply, color burn, and linear burn. Those are all going to blend with the underlying layers. As far as non-blending, we have darker color and darker. Both of those are just going to look at the underlying layer and be visible or not visible. Alright guys, that's it for the darken group. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video where we start our lighting group.